Do you have students who are struggling maybe not only to hear sounds in words, but to also record the sounds they hear in words in the correct order? If so, one of the best activities you can do to help them with that is sound boxes. You'll need sound boxes, an ABC chart card, and a dry erase marker. Let's take the word not. Oftentimes students might spell that word in a lot of different ways, typically because students, and it depends on the child, they might be hearing and holding on to different parts of that word. Some students, if they go to spell the word not, they might just write a T because T is the last sound that they remember hearing. They might write TN because those are two sounds that they heard, they're just not in the correct order. So sound boxes help students to really stretch the sounds in a word to help them to hear all of those sounds and make sure that they're recording them. How this works, there's a lot of different variations for sound boxes, and it typically depends on the students in front of you. A few different ways that you could do it. Let's say you want students to spell that word not. However many sounds are in the word, that's the number of boxes you want to direct students to. So I might say point to the row of boxes that has 3 boxes in it. This is the row we're going to be using. Run your finger under each box to represent each sound you hear. Model that first. Not. And then have students go ahead and do that. For your students who are severely struggling, that continuous stretching of the sounds might be too advanced, and you might have to take it back to strict segmenting. So let's count the sounds we hear in the word not before we start. Not. We hear 3 sounds. Let's try that on our sound box card and just slide their finger into the boxes. You might use a chip or a penny or just their finger. And then take them back to basics. What's that first sound you hear? And have them write it in the box. Okay, let's start over and keep going. Nah. What's that next sound you hear? Take them back to the beginning and start over. Not. What's that last sound you hear? What letter spells that sound? Put it in the box. Run your finger under that word as you say it slowly. Not. As students become more advanced, you really want to take away that scaffold and have them say the word by stretching the sounds. Not. And then try to write the letters that spell those sounds in each box. So for example, students might say, not, as they're writing. That's okay. When they finish, have them say it fast. Not. The other thing that's really helpful is to have your ABC chart card out. Let's say that the student wrote net instead of not. You might say, let's check this word. Net. Net. Is net the word that we were trying to write? Where is the mismatch? Where do you hear something that's not matching the letter that you see? Help them to identify the part that's misspelled and take them to that ABC chart. What sound does E spell? Like egg, We want ah. Take them and let them do the work of searching and finding what letter spells that ah sound, and then have them go ahead and make the change. This is a really great activity to do during word study, but sound boxes can also be really useful to have out so that students can practice this work when they're writing.